G'day guys, welcome back to the channel. Welcome to my Denver Nuggets v Portland Trail Blazers Game 3 review. Denver ended up winning 120 to 115 in what turned out to be a very intense game. I can't believe Denver nearly choked that at the end, up by 3 with 4 seconds left. And Monte Morris missed both free throws, but luckily Jokic just decided to end it himself and got the putback. Not really sure what Stotts was doing, not putting Cantor or someone big out there. He left Rocco and Melo in to try to box out Jokic. Not sure that was the right decision, but it's neither here or there. They still would have had to hit probably maybe like a half-court shot if they did manage to get the rebound just to send the game into overtime. But yeah, for Denver were up by like 10 with 40 seconds left and somehow nearly blew that game, which makes me worried because I don't trust this team in late game situations with Mike Malone coaching. But anyway, going back to the start of the game, Portland came out with a big intensity, which is what I was expecting. I thought they'd really start off strong, and they did, till about halfway through the first quarter, where Jokic was kind of just doing what LeBron does and just trying to get his teammates involved. And then in the second half of that first quarter, he hit a couple threes and really started to get going. I think he had 10 or 12 in the first quarter. And after Denver were down, I think 9 midway through that first quarter, they ended up leading quarter time by 9, so it was a big turnaround. And just in general, Denver were knocking down all their shots tonight, especially from 3. They were 20 of 38 from 3. That's over 50%. And if you shoot over 50% from 3 in any game, let alone a playoff game, you're probably going to get the win, which we did. But yeah, we could have put this game away a bit earlier. Just before halftime, we're up by 12. With a few minutes left, and Porter had a chance to make a 3, but for some reason, I don't know why he does this. He kicks his leg out. He's been called for it quite a few times. If you watch Denver and you watch Porter Jr., he just has this bad habit of kicking his leg out to try to draw the 4-point play. And he had already drawn a 4-point play earlier, but he did it. It was blatant. He kicked out, so therefore he got called for the offensive foul, and then Portland went down and hit a 3. So instead of it possibly being a 15-point game, it was then a 9-point game, and then Portland made a run to only be down by, I think it was 5 at halftime, when it should have been a lot more because we just closed quarters so bad. But yeah, and then the third quarter was a real slugfest. Both teams couldn't really score in the third quarter, and then the fourth quarter was close again. I believe the second half, both teams scored the exact amount of points, so both teams are going bucket for bucket. But it came down to those last 5 minutes or so, and Austin Rivers came up huge for Denver down the stretch, hitting his threes. And he actually played the most minutes for Denver in this game, 37 minutes for Rivers. I still don't understand why Malone is not playing the starters as much as Stotts is. I mean, Lillard and McCollum both played over 40 minutes compared to our best player in Jokic. He only played 35 minutes, and he was brilliant again. 36 points, 11 rebounds, 5 assists. Wasn't in foul trouble, only had the 3 fouls. So I don't understand why Malone isn't playing him more. Maybe he's liking what he sees out of Green and Millsap playing the small ball 5, because he's not playing McGee at all, which I thought was a little bit strange. But yeah, I just don't know why he's not playing Jokic more. I mean, Jokic is in good conditioning now. In the past, he wasn't as well conditioned, and he was playing like 40 plus minutes a game. I believe he played a couple years ago when we versed Portland. He played in that quadruple overtime game, and he nearly died on the court out there. So I don't know why he's playing him less this time around. Very confusing to me. But yeah, for Portland, Nurkic fouled out with about 6 minutes to go as well, which was a bit big as well, although it allowed them to play Melo. And Melo had a pretty good game tonight off the bench, but no one else from Portland contributed off the bench. Whereas Denver got a few small contributions from Morris and Green, and even Millsap, but it was mostly just Morris and Green early on. But yeah, it was just Jokic leading the team to victory again, and Austin Rivers coming up clutch, hitting those threes late. Did a decent job of guarding the backcourt of Portland, although Lillard still obviously is going to get his 37 points, but he wasn't as influential, only had the 5 assists and was 5 of 16 from 3, so you definitely take that. The only thing that worries me is that I think he had like 20 odd in the first half and was really cooking. And then Malone switched the assignment to Aaron Gordon again. I don't know why he doesn't start the game with Gordon on him. Maybe he doesn't want Gordon to get in foul trouble, so he trusts Campazzo, but he's been getting burnt the last couple of games, and then he puts Gordon on him, which I think Lillard struggles with. He struggles with the taller defenders, the taller, more physical defenders. But yeah, it was a good game to watch for a neutral, I reckon. Still a few too many foul calls in my book, but it's playoff basketball. Teams are going to be a lot more physical, so more fouls are going to have to be called, you assume. But yeah, let me know what you guys thought down below, and I'll see you guys at Game 4, which is, I believe, really soon. But yeah, thanks for watching, guys. Peace.